What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for episode 27 of Tigers franchise, and we're in the playoffs, and we're in the middle of our series. I don't usually do a video that cuts off in the middle of a series, but I got a little ambitious with the last episode, thinking I could do a little bit of the last round to see who our opponent was going to be, a full rundown of our team, a preview of our opponent, and a full 7-game set. Now, part of that is because I thought it was a 5-game set, but even that, I did not have the juice in the tank to possibly go for a 5-game set. In fact, we cut it off after the first two, so we're going to dive right in. There's no preamble. There's no reason to go review too much here. It is 3-2. It was 3-2 in the first game we won, and we lost 9-7 in game 2, so it's a 1-1 set. Basically is a 5-game set now because we're starting fresh here, tied up, going to Seattle for 3, and then home for the last 2 in Detroit. So they now have home field. They took that game from us 9-7. That was a crusher. We realized that they don't have... Wait, this guy hit a 0th home run. What the hell does that mean? Okay, that's weird. This guy who's not even on their team. That's bizarre. Anyway, wait, that's for us. Cool. Thank you for hitting your... Oh, and 2 more guys hit their 0th home run for us. Awesome. Anyway, they did not put J-Rod on their roster and take the shot with him returning in 2 days and then just be down without him for 2 days. Instead, they're just sticking without him. So he'd be ready to go today. They cannot put him on the roster unless somebody else gets hurt within this series. So let's get into game 3. It's going to be Jackson Jobe against Logan Gilbert, and they're tied in rating here. So now it's... oh, wait, now we got another tie here between Spencer Torkelson and Yandy Diaz. I believe he's been moving around, because I don't think this has been tied the whole time. So what is this now? We got 5-3-2 is the breakdown. That's interesting. All right, so let's get into it. Game 3. Got a little thing under my camera there updated. It said best of 5 throughout all of last episode. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're tied at 1, and we're headed out to Seattle. Let's get some good coffee and see what we can do here at Safeco. T-Mobile, my bad. And I even use T-Mobile. I should know better. All right, first batter is going to be a fly out to center, which again is not J-Rod. I'm still stunned by that. It's a win for us, right? Like, it is a big win that they did not do that. I just assumed because he was coming back in 2 days. I was like, oh, he's definitely. But to give them a little bit of a leeway, it wasn't an injury that was sustained like within the playoffs. And I'm going to start doing some of the risks while we're talking through this. It was sustained a while ago. It was a multi-week injury. So you don't know that it's going to be anything short-term. So I kind of get why, there was reason to be suspect. Again, if it was our situation, we are putting him on the roster 1,000%. As we get to the bottom of the second, they have a 2-out base runner here at second. It was a walk and then an advancement for Gabriel Gonzalez, and it'll be Eggy Rosario here. 1 out, that's going to get away because of course it is. Runner moves to third. Full count now to Rosario, and he flies it into center, but easy play for Mendoza, and that'll retire the side. Top 3 now, nothing for us. We did finally get a hit. They got their first hit. In fact, they have 2 runners on with 2 outs, and Yandy Diaz up against Jackson Jobe. And that one's going to be blasted into right for a base hit. 1 run will score. Turn down the music there, or turn it off. Just the 1 run's going to score. In fact, the runner on second didn't even get over to third. So that's kind of interesting. Where did that go for that to happen? That is in the 3D zone. Okay, that makes some sense. Let me bring up the field zones. I actually didn't do that last episode, and we didn't need them for anything, so it's not a huge deal. But I like to bring them up because there's a little code in the game there, and I'm sure some of y'all, if you've been watching me for a while, you've seen this. So you see this has all these zones broken up into different numbers and letters, and then those correlate in the game here. So 3D, you can see, is over here. So you got runners on first and second. It's hit over here. Speedy runner on second, gets to third, gets around, scores, right? It's probably toward the back end of 3D if we're trying to guess like where it would be, or just a really fast runner. Who was it that scored? It was Kevin Newman. Okay, he's a pretty good runner. It's pretty good. I can't believe he was on base scoring again. Kevin Newman thorn in my side. It'll be Jonathan Clase now. 1-1, and he gets hit. Oh boy, Job. Job is melting, y'all. Job is melting. I'm going to get the pen up. I don't think it's total danger zone yet. I'm just a little nervous. So let's get Brant Herter. And boy, we don't have any righties that are anywhere near 100%. Wow. That's a little bad, especially because I made a point to be like, oh, it's fine that we have 4 lefties. Okay, well, Reese Olson, get warmed up. All right, Gabriel Gonzalez back up. 1-0 coming to him. He skies that one in the center. Mendoza over to make the grab to retire the side. But they do get a run. We head to the 4th. And now we have a base runner. First one in scoring position. Riley Green on second with 2 outs. Adames, 0-1 pitch from Gilbert. And he's going to lift that one into left. It's going to get into foul territory, but be tracked down by Jeff McNeil to end a minor threat there. We go bottom 4. Nothing for them. Top 5. Nothing for us. Now we check in on Job. 63 pitches. Let's go ahead. Keep Herter warming. And as we're in the 5th inning, still I'm going to stick with Olson. But if we can get through this inning here, I'm probably going to shift maybe to Abner Uribe as the righty. And he gets through it. Let's go. That was a clean. Wait. I screwed up, y'all. We scored last inning. Double by Dingler. I totally missed it because the 3rd out was thrown. Wait, when did we score then? Oh, there was 2 on, right? No. I'm a moron. The trail runner, Dingler, was thrown out going to 3rd. So he drove in Jace Young from 1st to tie it up, and then Dingler himself was thrown out. So that's why I didn't really register that we actually tied up the game. Oh my God, I'm a goof. All right, so what was I doing before that? I don't remember. I was going to look up something else, and I completely blanked. Oh, I wanted to see how Job got out of the inning and like how quick it was. It was pretty brief. Kevin Newman, 1 pitch. Harry Ford, 4 pitches. And Jeff McNeil, 5 pitches. So a 10-pitch inning. You love to see that. Let's do one more RISP for us here in the 6th. And we got runners at the corners with 2 outs. And Willie Adames with a big opportunity here against Logan Gilbert. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Nice pitch there by Gilbert. That one fell off the table. That was kind of nasty. Did not appreciate that. All right, so 73 pitches. He's certainly on the cusp, so we're not going to do a RISP. We're going to kind of take it batter by batter here. We got Olson ready. Like we know that he is, or no, they're both warming. Okay, so I'm going to put him back. I thought he was ready so I could park him and then kind of start a 3rd guy warming up, but I don't want to do that. I want to have Herter and Olson ready. Diaz here, 2-1, nobody on. Ground ball to 3rd. Gets under the glove. That's going to get down into the corner. Should be an easy double. Lead off double there for Yandy Diaz. Is that going to be it for Job? Who's coming up? Clase. Switch hitter and then Gonzalez. Clase had 169 plate appearances at the major league level. I don't want to make too much of any of it. I will just tell y'all, just so you know, that he was dreadful against lefties in 47 plate appearances. Let's see for the season, though, including the minors. Can we do that? Or can I at least get the AAA numbers? Okay. So in AAA, he was pretty split neutral. 130 WRC plus against righties, 132 against lefties. Ratings-wise, he gets quite a bit worse against lefties. Again, I know y'all can't see, so I'll tell you that it's -5 contact, gap, eye, and that's it. So again, 3-4 categories of -5, that starts to add up to where you are appreciably worse against that side. So he's 0 for 1 on the day, probably with a walk, because this has to be his 3rd at-bat or something, hit by pitch, something to that effect. Let's see, how did he get on? It was Clase that was hit. That's right. 77 pitches for Job. Gabriel Gonzalez lurking on deck. He's pretty neutral as well. He does get +5 contact and eye against lefties. Oh, and avoid K. So who do we want Herter? That's going to be 2 righties for Herter because what's his head? Clase is just going to flip. So I'm inclined to save Herter for Tapia, Rosario, Crawford run there. You know what? I'm going to push Job here. It's a little scary, but I'm going to do it. 2-2 here. I've said here like 50 times in a row. That's a fly ball deep to center. Playable for Mendoza. It will advance the runner. So now the go-ahead run's 90 feet away with just one out. 82 pitches. Let's take a look at Olsen. He's 60, 60, 45 against righties. Gabriel Gonzalez, I mean, 291 plate appearances, so half season, 81 games. He wasn't good. He's already done something today, hasn't he? Didn't he score earlier or some shit? Oh, he walked. Okay. Man. Is there any sense to walking him and then bringing in Herder to try to get the double play? I don't know. He's not good. So it feels like kind of a waste to do that, you know? But then you go to Tapia, and he's not scary from like a power standpoint. But 65 contact, 55 gap, 55 avoid K, platoon neutral. And then, so, you know, Herder might come in and get the ground ball, but it might be a ground ball that gets through the infield, and then all of a sudden the go-ahead run scores, and they still have 2 on, 1 out. You know what? 6th inning, still got 3 at-bats. I'm going to attack Gonzalez here. 1-2 pitch coming. Struck him out. Let's go. Jackson motherfucking Job. Sorry, got a little aggro there, but that was great. Okay, now Tapia. I'm still going to go to Herder. And that ground ball scenario is still in the cards, but we always planned for Herder to face Tapia, so let's stick with it. 2-2 coming to Tapia. Can we get a punchy on Tapia? We can! Back-to-back strikeouts by Job and Herder. I almost said Olsen. Get us out of the inning with Yandy Diaz just lurking on third there as the go-ahead run. That was massive. Gilbert's back out for the 7th, y'all. They are sticking with their guy, and I can't really blame them. He is dealing. 6 innings, 6 hits, no walks, a run, and 6 punchies. It'll be Cruz, Mendoza, Young, so 3 lefties. That is a little dangerous with the righty, but he's pretty neutral. He loses 5 stuff and 5 movement. I mean, again, that's definitely something, especially because he moves from 50 to 45 on the movement. And to me, that 50 to 45 dip is a pretty big one. Like, obviously, everything is just 5 points, but there's certain thresholds that, at least to me, I haven't, like, run regression models to make sure, but they feel a bit more impactful. And one of the big ones is the 50 to 45, whichever way, you know, going from 45 to 50 or vice versa. All right, let's see what Cruz can do here. 0-1. And he's going to lace one into the right field corner. That's going to get down, rattle around. Should be extra bases. O'Neal Cruz in there with a double. Let's go. Sorry, y'all. I am looking at my phone. I'm getting my dinner order up so I can let my girlfriend know when it's here, because she's going to be getting it. We're going to be eating through dinner, and then we'll eat after dinner. We're good. We're good. Hopefully celebrating a series win. So Mendoza now 2-1. Little tapper to short, easy play. Crawford looks the runner back as well. So Cruz remains on second with 1 out. It'll be Jace Young now. Struck him out. 2 down for Dingler, who does have the RBI though. Can he be clutch again? 2-2? Nope, strikes out. So they get back-to-back punchies with a runner in scoring position to stifle their own situation, or our threat, our situation, I guess. I guess in a way, it's a situation for both teams. It's just your frame of reference decides if it's a good or bad situation. So I guess just using that word is okay there. All right, it'll be Rosario, Crawford, Newman. We're going to stick with Herder. And that's going to be a base hit into left. Didn't they lead off with a base hit last time? Another double. These leadoff doubles, not great. Crawford cracks one, base hit, 2-1. Just like that, back-to-back hits off Herder, and we're down. And and Crawford gets to second on the throw. So they're right back where they started with a runner on second and nobody out. And it'll be Kevin Newman. You know he's going to do some shit because he's been eating our lunch inexplicably. Obviously, if you watch the first episode in this series, you know how much of a pain in my ass he's been. It's going to be Ford after him. So I think we're going to go to Olsen right now, and then we'll have Mosqueda and Urbina warming. Because Uribe, not Urbina. Uribe is not going to be ready in time. So let's do Olsen right now against Newman. First pitch swinging, like he always does. And he's going to rip one in the right field, get down in the corner. Another double. 3 straight doubles, kind of. I say kind of because Crawford advanced. But the net effect was 3 straight doubles. So they have a runner on second, another run in, and still nobody out. 3-1. Fantastic. Full count to Ford. Struck him out. That's something at least. McNeil, 1-1. Ground ball to first. Easy play for Torque. 2 down. And that'll leave it up to Yandy Diaz. 3-1. Off the end of the bat. Popped up on the infield. Chase Young will take it to retire the side, but the damage is done. 2 runs in, and you know it's the 8th inning, so you know damn well who's coming out. It's Andres Munoz. Again, like clockwork. I bitch about it all the time. Me bitching about it's like clockwork too, but it just happens so frequently. This is another good situation. There was one yesterday too. I think it was game 1. So that's twice, that I shouldn't be griping about it because they're actually doing it in a situation that makes sense. Like I said, part of my problem is just that they always do it. All right, so it'll be Carrasco and then the top of the order with Carter and Torque. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a little bit too much out of one plate appearance here. But if Carrasco doesn't get on base, he's benched next game. Even though he is 1 for 2 today. But he's ice cold. He's just not helping us. So I'm putting a lot on this plate appearance here. 2-2 coming from Munoz. You know it's a punchy. Told you. Yeah, he can grab a seat. He's going to grab a seat. I'm just going to do it. See if it fires up the team. 0-1 Evan Carter. He's over 3 on the day. Lifts one into right. Easy play for Gonzalez. 2 down. And Torque. Full count pitch coming from Munoz. Did he go? He did. Wow. Tough one there with 9-1-2 going 3 up, 3 down. All right, Olsen back out for the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Clase, Gabriel Gonzalez, and Raimel Tapia. This isn't a lost cause or anything. I am going to stick with Olsen, not because I'm like throwing, but just because I don't think we need to use another reliever right now. I feel like he can get us an inning here. And if he starts giving up hits or some more base runners come on, I will go to somebody. But right now we're going to try to get this done here. So ground out. Full count here to Gonzalez. Walk. And then Tapia, 2-2. Henry sees something outside. And that's going to be a fly out there to left. 2 down. So I'll bring up Eggy Rosario with Gonzalez on first. 1-2. That one gets away. Oh, my God. This game is testing my patience, y'all. That'll advance the runner. Full count now to Rosario. And he walks. Okay, so pushing Olsen too far. That one's on me. That last one there. He didn't need to be pushed that last batter. I didn't realize how quickly his pitch count had escalated. I'll wear that one. But there's 2 outs here. Can Mosqueda get Crawford? Ground ball to Torque. Easy play. He calls off Mosqueda. Takes it himself to retire to the side. We head to the 9th. Last chance, y'all. It's going to be Green, Adames, Cruz against Munoz. 1-0. Little tapper to second base. Easy play for Newman. Couldn't remember who it was for a second. Adames now. 2-2. Fly ball to left. Easy play for McNeil. And we're down to our last out. It'll be O'Neal Cruz here, 3-0. Take a walk. Get a little something started. Bring the tying run up. At least fight. Mendoza now, 1-1. That one's flared in the left butt. Nice play by McNeil, and that will finish it off. And that's the ball game. All right. Well, that was a tough one. That was a tough loss there. Not happy with that one. I mean, we didn't have a ton of opportunities. It just feels like, I don't know. Again, they're trying to. I just feel like we got kind of nickel and dimed. I mean, doubles aren't cheap. And here's the thing, even if it was a bunch of little 70-mile-an-hour exit velo singles, that still counts too. So I'm coping. But okay, we're gonna keep our chin up here. We're fine. They took one in Detroit. We can take one in Seattle. We need at least one, or else we're literally done. Quick look at the box score here. Dingler had 2 hits, so did Green. I mean, we had 7 hits. We had more hits than them. We had 1 walk to their 4, though. They had 4 walks. So total base runners 11-8, plus a hit by pitch, so 12-8 for them. And then we had 10 punchies. And if, I don't know how many of those were with runners on, but we left Adames in scoring position twice, and Dingler was left in scoring position. Now, I don't know if Dingler being left in scoring position is him getting thrown out at third, if that counts like that or not. But regardless, Job was excellent, gave up the 1 run. Gilbert was even better. Munoz came in and dusted us, hurt us. And that was the unfortunate part. All right, Enriquez, we need you to be huge against Alex Wood. What did we do against lefties this year? Let me take a look. Actually, let's make sure it's still Wood and they don't move him around. Did I put up 2-1? Whoops. I don't know how to write. Down 2-1. Dum-dum. There we go. There we go. All right. They are sticking with Alex Wood. Us against lefties this year. 594 win percentage, better than righties. Okay. So we got a shot. And you know what? I think that will give an easy avenue to bench Carrasco because he is a lefty who does get a good bit worse against them. So that'll make it even look like a bit of a smart move, perhaps. And then we have him off the bench, too. He could make an impact off the bench. Look, Jace Young isn't very good against lefties either. I mean, this year he was in 60 plate appearances, but ratings-wise, I don't love playing him against lefties. But I think this makes sense to give Carrasco a bench. Are you going to come in? She instantly turned around and left. She poked. I wish y'all could have seen that. I should have the shark cam just pointed at the door. She poked her twerpy little head in here like, are you doing baseball quap? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm leaving. And now Henry's at the door. Hey, bud. You want to come in here? You want to come in here? Hey, cutie. Oh, well, I could be in here. I could maybe be in here with you guys. Sorry, I was out of focus there. All right, let's get into game 4. If he lays in the bed, I'll turn it back on. We can't deprive y'all of Henry time. We're not particular. If it's Henry or Shar in the bed, they're both welcomed. Stay here, bud. Enriquez, I mean, we don't have to worry about the batter face count because we're in control of him, but I'll probably be working to keep him on that same sort of 18 to 22 range. And we'll just see how he's doing. All right, now the breakdown is 6-3-1. Yandy and Torque are still tied. We took the pitcher edge, Enriquez over Alex Wood, and then everything else stayed the same. All right, game 4. Roof closed on a something afternoon. I don't know what day of the week it is. A 105 game for the DS. I mean, that could still be a weekday, but let's pretend it's a Saturday. Can I find the date somewhere? Oh, right there. Friday, October 16th. Okay, so Friday afternoon game in the DS. That does make some sense. That would still be... They're still playing weird hour games. All right. Alex Wood against Riley Green. 1-1. That was blasted into the right center corner. That's going to get down. Lead off double for Riley Green. Let's make it hurt early. Come on, y'all. Let's get off to a fast start here. Torque, 1-0. Blasted. Deep to left. Back. Gone. Spencer Torkelson. Make it 2-0 immediately. 2 batters in and we're up 2-0. And make it 3-0. Orelvis Martinez goes yard. Holy crap, after an Adames strikeout, Orelvis goes bomb pop. And we're still in business here. All right, they finally get us out, so it's 3-0, bottom 1. And they're already in business, though, with 2 on 1, or 2 on 2 out. 1-0 to Gonzalez. That one's going to get away. Oh, my God. I turned the wild pitches down last season, and I'm this close to turning them down again. They just drive me nuts, y'all. I'm sorry. I know I bitch about them all the time. At least I bitch when they happen for us, too, though. I'm not like, oh, it's cool when it happens for us, but stupid against us. It's just too many. And they're always, well, not always, but they're often pivotal. 2-0. Ground ball to second. Easy play for Jace to retire the side. Top 2 now. And another run. Boom. First pitch, Sergio Mendoza goes yard. We're up 4-0. Bottom 2. Nothing for them. Top 3. Finally a clean inning there for Alex Wood. Bottom 3. And they get nothing still. So now we need to look at getting the pen up. Because we know that, we're not pushing too far on, on Enriquez. Wood, by the way, is at 44 pitches. So despite the fact that he's not doing that well, he also has 60 stamp. So he's a guy that, if he can settle down, they could still get 5, maybe 6 out of him, depending how much he really kept the bats at bay from here. Obviously, we don't want that. We want to run him out of the game immediately, but let's see what happens here in top 4. Another run is in. Solo shot from Sergio Mendoza, 2 homers for him, but he did get 2 outs. So it was a strikeout, ground out, and then another homer. He has to have terrible movement. Actually, he doesn't. 55 movement as a ground ball pitcher, just missing some spots. He just did not have his command today. 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs in 4 innings. And now it'll be Carlos Luna coming in. He'll get Dingler with 2 outs, 2-2. And that one is lifted to left, but an easy play for McNeil to retire the side. But we are up 5-0 here, feeling great. 42 pitches right now for Enriquez. We're not going to risk just because I don't want him to get backed into a corner. So let's play it out. 3-1 here to Gabriel Gonzalez. Dude, this guy takes walks left and right. Does he have a crazy eye? 50 eye. Just pitch this guy, dude. He's not scary. Hey, he's got 4 walks in 4 games this series. Who is he? Who is he with his 9% walk rate, which is a decent enough walk rate, right? It's not like crazy. But, man, he's just dialed in here on these Tigers pitchers. They don't fool him. 2-1 to Tapia. Ground ball to second. Flips to the shortstop, but they can't make the relay. Get the fielder's choice. It's 1 down. 51 pitches now for Enriquez. He's in the yellow. I still like his chances to get through the inning here. Famous last words. No, runner thrown out by a mile. Dylan Dingler, baby. Where are you going, Gabriel Gonzalez? Back to the bench. 2 down now. 2-2 to Eggy. Struck him out. What an outing for Enriquez. 4 strong so far. 57 pitches. 16 batters faced. Oh, yeah. We're going to try to get him through 5. All right. We'll do one more wrist for us. At least one. Obviously, if we keep a 5-0 lead, we're going to do more. We'll pick up the pace on games that are a little bit further in run differential. All right, we're still going to play cautious here with Enriquez, though. So we're going to go batter by batter. Full count to Crawford, and he's going to drop one into right for a base hit. So leadoff knock, and that's going to bring up Kevin Newman. Oh, my God. Paul bitches about Kevin Newman for the 42 billionth time. This guy pissing me off. First pitch swinging. Oh, back pick. Didn't get him. Oh, it was close. Dingler feeling himself after that throw out. 1-2. And a base hit by Kevin Newman. I could tell by the sound, and I will say the sound can be deceptive. Sometimes it sounds like it's crushed and it ends up being like in the text. You'll see it's like, oh, 82 miles an hour exit velo. But a lot of times it does seem to correlate with a well-struck ball. And that one, when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's getting under Adamas's glove. So 2 on, nobody out. I know we said we wanted to get through 5 with Enriquez, but we're not going to be stupid about it either. This is 18 batters faced. And that was his normal threshold all year. And frankly, that might just be where he needs to live. I wanted to push him a bit further down the stretch, and we did get him some 22s mixed in there. Actually, just the one. I said multiple there. No, it was just the one. And he pitched well. It was 5 1/3 scoreless against the White Sox. That's great. But we're at 18 batters faced right now, and I think it's done. 67 pitches, 4 shutout innings with 7 base runners and 3 Ks. 2 base runners are still his responsibility. We're up 5-0, so you know I'm gonna give him one more batter, and if he reaches base in any way, shape, or form, we go to Moreno. Or Mordion, excuse me. I'm calling Uribe Urbina, and I'm calling Mordion Moreno. Come on, Paul. All right, 0-2 to Ford. Big punchy there. Enriquez looks over to the dugout, says, no, don't come out here. Don't come out here. We make the slow walk out. I'm still good, thank you very much. He's lobbying to stay in. It's like, it's a 5-run lead. I got this. Let me get a ground ball on Jeff McNeil, and we're out of this. Give me a shot, Skip. And I'm a sucker for any time they call me Skip. It just makes me feel cool. So we're sticking with him. 1-0. 3-run homer. God damn it. Of all people, Jeff McNeil. Okay, Enriquez, I screwed you. I mean, I said why we shouldn't do that multiple times. That's my own fault. If we lose this game, it is squarely on me. That was really stupid. Well, I'm a moron. All right, we'll go to Uribe. Oh, cool, I like when that disappears. Never bothers me. Doesn't completely enrage me at all. All right, we'll go to Uribe, a.k.a. Urbina. Frick. 2-2 pitch coming to Yandy Diaz. I'm so mad about that. Ground ball to Adames. Easy play, 2 down. Why did I have to ruin his outing like that? But Jeff McNeil going yard, come on. I thought maybe a hit, even maybe a walk. But a 3-run shot? Give me a break. It's horse shit. 1-0 to Clase. Ground ball to Torque, easy play to retire the side. But they do get 3 on a Jeff McNeil 3-run homer, and all of a sudden this is a game again at 5-3. Luna, we never checked in on him. He's a 50, 45, 60, so a little bit of a control artist who only spent 32 innings with the club. He did start. It was 6 starts that he got there. But he's coming out of the bullpen for them here in the playoffs. And we'll see what he can do here. Adames. Jammed inside, ends up grounding to his counterpart, J.P. Crawford, 1 down. Arelvis with a homer earlier, 1-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Luna gets called off by Crawford, who comes all the way onto the mound just to ensure that the pitcher doesn't catch a pop-up, because they are not allowed to do that. It'll be Evan Carter now, 1-0. And he serves a base hit into right to give us a 2-out runner with O'Neal Cruz up, 2-2. Where the hell was that pitch? Look at this dog shit call. I'm not even going to say that that's on some Eric Gregg shit, because that besmirches a dead man's name. Even Eric Gregg would be like, yo, relax. That's some Angel Hernandez horse shit right there. That is garbage. That is unbelievable. All right. Uribe out for a full inning here. I mean, he got 2 outs last inning, so we'll see. He's at 7 pitches. 3-1 here to Gonzalez. You know that's another walk. His 57th in this series. Between Gabriel Gonzalez being a walk master, Kevin Newman being the best player in baseball, and Jeff McNeil hitting a fucking 3-run homer, what the hell's up with this team? Oh, that's another throw out by Dingler, though. Same guy, too. What were you thinking, Gabriel Gonzalez? Hey, stick to your little bullshit-ass walks and then hang out at first. Look at this guy. 50 speed, 40 stealing. What are you doing? I mean, keep doing it. Keep doing it. But Seattle manager has to be just livid at these decisions. All right, it'll be Tapia with 1 out, 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to right, drifting over to right center. It'll be Green, 1 down. That'll bring up Eggy Rosario with 2 down. 3-1 pitch to him. It's probably a walk. Any 3-ball count with Uribe, I'm going to assume is a walk. He's at 19 pitches, probably his last batter here. Can he get J.P. Crawford 2-2? He can. Boom. Little Scroogey, that new pitch that he developed. It's a little 78 mile an hour. I mean, frankly, that would be disgusting. Because Abner Uribe in real life pitches for the Brewers, and he came up this year. And it's funny because I only know him through this game. He was in our Montreal series on Twitch, and he was pretty good. Same archetype, like he always develops this way. I mean, he doesn't always develop into a dude, but it's always like crazy arm, never knows where it's going. And so we got a nice run out with him in the Montreal world. But so then when I saw him this year at the majors, I was like, oh, I know that guy. He throws crazy hard, going to get a ton of Ks, but walked the yard. What did he do? He came up, 31% K rate, 16% walk rate in 31 innings. But it didn't matter because he had a 4.7 hits per 9, so it was a 176 ERA. But if he developed a Scroogey in real life, I mean, almost nobody throws a true screwball. But if he found some like fall off the table changeup at 78 miles an hour that fooled guys into thinking it was his triple-digit fastball, he'd be one of the best closers in baseball. Or best setup man, because he's behind, quite literally, the best closer in baseball in Devin Williams. All right, top 7, it'll be Mendoza, Dingler, Young. We're still up 2, so for all the consternation about the 3-run homer, we're not losing. So that's why, hopefully I'm not griping too much here. I don't feel like I am. Just a little annoyed by it. Let's see what Mendoza can do here. Luna's still out there, by the way, having a great game. That's the first time they're getting Mendoza out on a little ground out there. It was an 0-2 ground out. I got to mention those whenever it's 0-2 and not a strikeout. 1-2 to Dingler, and he strikes out, so he makes up for that. And Jace Young now, full count pitch coming from Luna. Sharp grounder to short. J.P. Crawford with a big throw over to first to retire the side. So we go 3 up, 3 down. Let's stretch time here in Seattle. Luna putting on a show. 3 1/3, 1 hit. Bullpen saver. You know I respect it even when it's against us. I'm a sucker for the big bullpen saver. All right, it'll be God, Ford, and McNeil coming up, or God Jr. Uribe, 24 pitches. Oh, God, did I not warm anybody up? They were ready. Okay, thank God. All right, so right, left, right switch. Teodo is probably who I want to go to, despite his disastrous outing in Game 2. But he's only at 85%. There's a world where if we can get through this game without having to use him, we'd be in a really good position, especially if we win, of course, to kind of have him for the rest of the series. So to that end, I think I want to go Perez. Even though, he has a little bit of a platoon split statistically, but not ratings-wise. Like literally nothing. 75, 60, 55 against both sides. All right, we're going to try to save Teodo. Let's go to Perez. And, in a perfect world, Perez is finishing this game out. 7th, 8th, and 9th. Let's see how it goes. 1-2 to Kevin Newman. Sit down. Big bender. Fans, Kevin Newman. And hey, I guess if I'm going to bitch about, unlikely things happening, such as Jeff McNeil going yard, I should mention the positive when we get a 70 avoid K Kevin Newman to strike out. especially when he's playing like God. All right, Harry Ford, 1-2. He strikes out. And now McNeil against Elpidio Perez, 1-1 pitch, so it won't be a strikeout, but it will be a slow roller to third. Easy play there for Cruz to retire the side. So now we go to the 8th. It'll be Matt Brash coming in. Big time arm, very much like Uribe. A little bit more control at 40 there, though. But same archetype. He'll get the top of the order with Green, Torkelson, and Adames. Adames, by the way, hitless in the playoffs so far, so that's fantastic. I mean, that is just 3 games because we didn't play in the first round, so it just sounds more intense when you say hitless for the playoffs. You're like, oh my God, the whole playoffs? But if you say like for 3 games, then everyone's like, oh, stop bitching. He'll be fine. Fly out for Green. 0-2 to Torque. Punchy City. Horseshit call again. I mean, at least that one's in the vicinity. But Torque, wasn't he the one who got called on the horrendously bad one too? Man, they got it out for him today. Adames, 0 for the playoffs, 0-2 pitch. And he's still 0 for the playoffs with another punchy there. All right, bottom 8. It's going to be Yandy Diaz, Jonathan Clase, and Gabriel Gonzalez. Full count to Diaz. Ground ball to third. Cruz fires over to first. 1 down. Clase now 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 2 with something. 0 for 2 with a walk. I was going to say, there's no way it's not his 4th at bat. 0-1 coming. Ground ball to Cruz again. Is that 3 straight going back to the last inning to Cruz, or am I crazy? Ground out 5-3, ground out 5-3, ground out 5-3. Our last 3 outs in play have gone to O'Neal Cruz. And now Gabriel Gonzalez. At least it won't be a walk because it's a 1-2 pitch coming. Struck him out looking. Great inning there from Perez. And we go to the 9th. Can we tack on? All right, I think this is a good spot to maybe... Well, no. Martinez went yard today. We're going to stick with him. I was going to give Dury Carrasco an opportunity there. But no. We're going to stick with Elvis. It's 1 for 3 with a bomb. Full count pitch. Gets a piece of that one in the left, but just off the end of the bat. It'll land easily in McNeil's glove. 1 down. Evan Carter now. 1 for 3 on the day. 2-2 pitch coming to him. Struck him out. Swings through that one. And that leaves it up to Cruz. 0-1. Cracked to second base. Easy play for Kevin Newman. And we go 3 up, 3 down again. Here we go. Bottom 9. Elpidio Perez is at 25 pitches. Probably should have gotten somebody warmed up just in case. But we're going to push. It's just if it gets out of hand, we need to have somebody at the ready. So we'll get Teodo and Mosqueda get going here. It's going to be Tapia, Rosario, Crawford. So 2 lefties. So I'm still happy that we've got them. 25 pitches. If we can get like an 8-pitch inning here, that'd be perfect. 0-2 to Tapia. Boom! Struck him out. Froze him on a changeup. And again, well, 55 avoid K isn't as extreme as Newman. I thought Tapia was going to have like a 65-70 avoid K himself. 0-2 to Rosario. Boom! Struck him out. What is that, 9 straight pitches? I mean, 6 straight pitches? Oh, wait, there was a foul ball. So 7 pitches. So he's at 32 here. Great opportunity to finish this against Crawford. Let's go pitch by pitch. First pitch coming. In there, low ball 1. Dang. That was close. That, they called that a strike on Torque all day. 1-0 coming from Perez. Did he go? Doesn't matter. He went, or no, the upside he did go around. Never mind. I thought they said it was a strike either way, but no, they're calling it a swing, and it was out of the zone. So 1-1 now to J.P. Crawford. Elpidio Perez kicks and fires in there. Oh, ball 2. He's trying to work that down and away with the changeup. 3 straight changeups lefty is a choice, and it's his best pitch by far. I forgot. He's a changeup wizard. He's going to throw it to everybody all the time. I think I can reach back for more. He says, this is definitely his last batter. So if Crawford gets on, we got to go to somebody else. But hopefully he can't. 2-1 pitch now coming from Perez. Swings through that one. Strike 2. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Looks probably a lot faster coming up and in off of the 76-mile-an-hour changeup, right? That's leveraging effective velocity. In real world, that's going to play more like 95, and then depending on his extension, can feasibly play up into the upper 90s, at least to the eye, because you're going 76 changeup, 76 changeup, then you're coming up and in with velo that's already 14 miles an hour faster. It's just going to feel like it's overpowering you, even though it's a 90-mile-an-hour heater. 2-2 now from Perez. Popped up. Dingler makes the grab. Ball game. And we get it tied. So each team takes one in the opposing park. We're tied 2-2. We still have one more here, but at least we got one. I mean, again, we had to, or else the series is over. So there we go. The home run barrage early on did everything for us. We scored 3 in the first, added another in the second, got a fifth run in the fourth. 3-run homer for Jeff McNeil was their only offense. Uribe and Perez threw 4 2/3 of no-hit ball. What an outing from Perez. Like, literally perfect. 3 perfect outings with 5 Ks. That's why we got him. And that's why I was saying, I believe on the last episode, which I recorded yesterday in my real life, even though he and Teodo have had some rough outings, I still have full confidence in them in a playoff run because they have great ratings. And so, 373, 124 ERA whip, I would have wanted better for sure. But push come to shove, he's still our go-to guy, particularly from the left side. And Teodo, he has even a little bit worse numbers, but I still feel pretty confident in him. Even though his first playoff outing was horrendous, I still see them as our 1A and 1B options. All right, double dinger from Mendoza, had a baby. All right, it's going to be Ashby against Castillo here. Oh, we got another fake homer, by the way. What the hell is this? I've never seen this shit, where these minor leaguers are being listed with their 0th homer. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, send it over to the devs. It's not the end of the world, right? It doesn't count for anything. It's just very weird. They're not even in our org either. That's what makes it extra silly. Did he actually play in the playoffs this year? Or is he just getting like somebody's playoff numbers? I don't know. How would I be able to tell? I have no clue. Does it really matter? No. But it is goofy. All right. It's actually been Gavin Stone for us. I said Ashby. They put Stone in for us. So I guess we only have to run a 4. Okay. So they were right. The computer was. I should have known. The computer's pretty smart. Well, not always. The AI can do some goofy-ass things. But, yeah, I found it curious that they were running a 4-man. But it makes sense now with the off days. So we have Ashby. Well, okay. Do I want to go with Ashby anyway because he's awesome? And then we have Stone, Scooble back at home to try to close it out. Because even if we win this, we still need to go back home. We guarantee to return home. You know what? You know what? Let me check this. How did they do against lefties and righties? Specifically. Go to the Mariners. Info. 538 against lefties, 520 against righties. Okay. 18 points. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. So then you look at the lineup and, they take out one of their lefties. They actually take out power stud Jeff McNeil against lefties. Maybe it's worth it just to get him out. Although I don't know if he's been doing much else against us. He had a hit in game 1. A couple ribbies in game 2, though. So, yeah, I mean, he's been pretty good throwing that 3-run homer, and it's been a nice little 4-gamer. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, please don't forget, Paul. I'm trying to warn myself. Don't forget to do the first month. This guy. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just not. I'm staying focused here. I'm staying on task, but I just have to remember to do that. But yeah, we are gonna go Ashby. I like this move. I think Ashby's the move here because we don't need. Here's the thing: we don't need another lefty in the bullpen. If there was a situation where maybe we only had like two lefties in the bullpen and Perez obviously is unavailable today for the most part, break glass in case of emergency type of deal. Actually, you know what? As I'm talking through that, because Perez and Uribe are unavailable, maybe it does make sense. And then we would have Ashby in the bullpen. And then it'll be Scooble Job at home to try to close out. Will Job be ready in time? Because we get another off day. So yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good. He threw this game here on the 15th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we are going to actually do that. Because Perez obviously should not be used today, nor Uribe, and those are kind of my two go-tos right now. And again, Teodo is in the circle of trust despite his bad outing, but Uribe has joined it. Like, those are our three aces at the back end of the bullpen. But with two of them unavailable, we can bring Ashby in, and now Ashby becomes the go-to lefty, and Teodo is still the go-to righty. So that's what we're going to do. Gavin Stone, get us a series lead here, baby. What do you say now? One time. Stone v. Castillo. They give Castillo the edge, which I totally get. He has a 20-point ratings advantage, but I don't agree that we're that far behind. And it doesn't matter. The rankings are a fun little thing. But when I look at the actual performance, I'm like, okay, Castillo is better, but I think we're right there. And I feel very confident in our guy. Let's see what he can do here. Game 5. All right, it'll be Carter against Castillo real quick, and then we'll get into some risps. Oh, it's pitch by pitch. Whoops. Let me change that. First pitch strike, by the way. 0-2. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and we're underway. Oh, actually, it was 6 pitches, a bunch of foul balls. Oh, 3 straight foul balls, damn. And then he struck out looking. All right, here we go. Nothing for us in the first. I don't love this default, by the way. Let me change that. Initial camera wide. What if we do... I just want it to be raised up a little bit. It's like, it's not terrible, but it's just... I think this is going to be lower. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. What did you think home plate was going to be, Paul? The hell did you think? Can we get something that's just like a little elevated from the wide shot? I wish you could adjust individual cameras. Maybe you can do that out of the game, but what's the default look like? Honestly, that's better. I mean, it's a little too high. I want the middle of these two, but I like this better than I do like the wide one. It just feels too low, that wide one. It feels like it cuts things off. So we'll go with this right now. And let's get back into it here. Bottom 1, nothing for them. Top 2. We got a runner on second with 1 out. Mendoza on second. Jace Young digs in. 2-1 pitch. Blasted into right, base hit. That should score a run. Mendoza rounding third. Throws coming in. Not in time. 1-0 thanks to a Jace Young RBI single. And we got 2 on, 1 out as Dylan Dingler takes a walk. And it'll be Carrasco. Come on, Carrasco. 2-2. Tapper to second. Flips the short way to the shortstop. They can't make the relay at least, so it's not a double play. But we got runners at the corners and Evan Carter up. 2-2. Cracked into right. And it gets over his head. Oh, what a misplay there. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Carter thinks about going 3. Checks up. It's 3-0. Are they calling an error on that, or are they just saying that we smoked him? Line drive, 104, didn't touch his glove. That's a double, baby. That's a 2-run double. Evan Carter. Torkelson now. Flies one to right. That one will be caught. All right, so we're up 3-0. Bottom two. Nothing for them. Top three. 2 on, nobody out. Oh my goodness, we are getting to Castillo. Back-to-back singles. Well struck, 96 and 97 miles an hour respectively. It'll be Cruz, 2-1. O'Neill Cruz lifts one in the right. Not well struck. Easily played for Gonzalez. 1 down. Mendoza now. That one's going to be served in the right for a base hit. 1 run will score. Probably just the one, but we'll see. I can't see the runner on third there. I think he is scoring, though. And that's a 2-run double. And a baby Mendoza. It's 5-0. Chase Young digs in, 1-0. And he's going to drop one into right. That's a base hit. Mendoza did have to hold up to see if it was going to drop, so he won't be scoring. But it's runners at the corners with 1 out. Castillo getting knocked around. 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 2 punchies. Luis Castillo, their ace, just does not have it. Strikeout there. And now Carrasco full count. And even he gets in on the action with an RBI single. Derry Carrasco. Let's go. And Jace Young will move over to third. Runners at the corners continue. That's it. That's it for Castillo. Chase McDermott coming in. 65, 45, 45. Big arm. They're going to look to him. He's 55 stamina, too. They're going to look to him for multiple innings here. With the meltdown by Luis Castillo giving us a 6-0 lead here in the top of the third. That one's going to get away, and we'll score a run off of that. Carrasco advances to second. Full count now to Carter. And he strikes out. But obviously, tons of damage done. 4-run inning. It's 7-0. Bottom 3, nothing for them. Top 4, nothing. Bottom 4, we go clean. Top 5. Bottom 5, still nothing. We haven't had a runner in scoring position since the top of the third. Top 6 now. Nothing for us. Okay, bottom 6. Check in on Stone. 73 pitches. Let's go Herder. Nope, no, that sounded rude. We're not going to go hurt anybody. Let's warm up Brant Herder and Adrian Morejon. All right, 73 pitches, and he is a 40 stamp, so I think we go batter by batter here. We don't want him to be painted into a corner. 1-2. Tapper to the mound. And, oh my God, he can't get it out of his glove. J.P. Crawford beats it out for an infield hit. Stone had it with plenty of time. Lost the grip on it. And couldn't make the play. But it's a 7-0 lead, so we're not freaking out. 77 pitches. He's got Harry Ford here. This might be his last batter. He says, I think I can get through this inning. I don't know if he can, but let's try to get him through Ford here. 3-0, it's a walk. He's done. He's done. He's done. We cannot let this get out of hand. Great outing from Stone. 5 scoreless, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 81 pitches. We're going to go to, who's better against righties here? Morejon only loses 5 stuff. Herder loses 10 stuff, 15 movement, and 5 control. Okay, so obvious option, Morejon. 2 on, nobody out. Yandy Diaz up, 3-1 pitch coming. Adrian Morejon kicks and fires and walks him. All right, so they got bases loaded now for Jonathan Clase. He's first pitch swinging. After a walk, that's kind of surprising. Ground ball to third. Cruz comes home with it. Over to first. Double play. Tell me we got the double play there. Oh, he beat it out. And the only reason I had to be a little cautious on that was because even though he ran back to the base and it looked like he was safe, there are times when the guy will come back like that, and then you go to the next play and he's gone. What the fuck just happened? Why is J-Rod in, y'all? What happened? Where did J-Rod come from? How did I miss that? Don't tell me he was in last game and I'm that stupid. No, okay. So he's back. Did somebody get hurt that we are unaware of? That they were able to make that move? because here comes J-Rod. You know how they say, like, when somebody's injured or whatever, it's like, you know, so-and-so's not walking through that door. And they're like, J-Rod's not walking through that door. And then he actually does. That'd be like something on a sitcom. Well, team, we need to rally. J-Rod's not going to be walking through that door. Cut to the door. J-Rod walks through it. Audience canned laughter. Hilarious. All right, so we get the lead runner. No run scores. Still a ground ball from getting out of this. But it is J-Rod. And he's swinging first pitch. And he's ripping one into center for a base hit. That should score 2. Big throw coming in from Mendoza. It will not be in time. And it's 7-2 on a Julio Rodriguez 2-run single. It'll be Jeff McNeil now if he hits another 3-run homer, I swear to God. 2-1, it's a balk. Cool. Great outing for Morejon right now. Things are going swimmingly for him. 2-2 to McNeil. Struck him out. 1-1 to Gonzalez. And he's going to rip one into right for a base hit. That's going to score 2 more. It's 7-4, y'all. What is it with these middle innings where they just get right back in the game? Why don't they just give up when we get a big lead? That'd make our lives so much easier. You know? But no, they want to compete and try to win. So cringy to try to win, you know? Just roll over and die. All right, Tapia now 1-0. Ground ball to short. Fires over to first to retire the side, but they get 4 runs here to make it 7-4, and they're back in this with 3 innings to play. Jerron Watts-Brown is coming in. I'm unfamiliar with him. Yo, this dude is making his MLB debut in the playoffs. He's a 55, 50, 45, or 40, excuse me, with a chance to get to 45. Interesting time to go to somebody for their major league debut in a little bit of a crunch situation now that you're back in this game. Like, how are they not going to any of these guys that they've, pitched a lot more this year? I don't know. And I don't know that they're going to have Munoz. He's at 69%. That's not that nice. I would love, actually, for them to go to him because they'd be pitching him, compromised. Except I guess maybe not, because that would probably only be in a situation where they're leading. So maybe not. Maybe let's let him get the rest. All right, top 7. Torkelson, 1-0. Sorry. Went down the wrong pipe there. Even though there's only one. 1-0, fly out to J-Rod there. 1 out is what I meant to say. 2-1 to Green. Ground ball to second. Kevin Newman fires over to first, 2 down. And Willie Adames, 0-2. That's Punchy City. Is Willie Adames still 0 for the playoffs? Oh, no, he got a hit. He's 0-53. All right, the God Kevin Newman, J.P. Crawford, and Harry Ford against Morejon. 3-1 Newman. Oh, my God. Thank God it's a ground out. I love that he didn't get a walk on 3-1. Honestly, a walk to Newman would infuriate me way more than the hits. At least he's like a high contact guy, or a high avoid K. He's actually pretty modest on the contact at 45. But he puts the ball in play a ton. I can understand some base hits, but he's a 35 discipline. If we're walking that guy, I'm going to freak out. All right, 1-2 here to JP. Ground ball to second. Young fires over to first, 2 down. And it'll be up to Harry Ford with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch coming. Struck him out. So they go 3 up, 3 down as we head to the 8th. Still 7-4 Tigers. Cruz Mendoza Young against Watts Brown on for his 2nd inning of work. 3-1 to Cruz. He's 1 for 3 on the day, and he rips one over to first. Good play by Diaz. 1 down. 0-1 to Mendoza. And he pops one up on the infield. You know they're not going to let the pitcher catch it. And McNeil comes over from third base to make the grab. 2 down. 1-0 to Young. He's 2 for 3 on the day. And they make it 3 for 4 because that's going to be a double in the left field corner there. Throw coming in, not in time. Good relay there. It was just a little late. So we got a 2-out runner. Dingler. Full count pitch. And he's going to lift one in the left. That's going to get down. Should score a run. Go Young. Dylan Dingler with an RBI single. Let's go. Can we give some love to Dylan Dingler? He's been doing some things here in Seattle. 2 hits, including a double and a ribby the first game in Seattle. It did go over 3 last game, but then 1 for 3 with another ribby here. So you love to see it. A little 3 for 9 with a couple runs batted in and a walk this game too. So Dylan Dingler stepping up in Seattle. He's not going hitless in Seattle. All right, Carrasco now 2-2. Sky high and deep. Back, gone. Oh, that got out. Dury Carrasco, 407 to right center. I thought that was going to be a fly out, y'all. Caught me slipping. You know, I also didn't see the runner going, because that's usually your automatic key to know if it's a home run if you're trying to call games or anything. If the runner goes and there are 2 outs, so that didn't help anyway. But if there's less than 2 outs and the runner just goes, then you know it's a homer. But in this case, even that wouldn't have helped me. But I did not think he had gotten into that. Let's take a look at the replay. Boom. 88-mile-an-hour slider, tattooed, dumped into the stands there. Dury Carrasco makes it 10-4. It'll bring in Steven Ridings now. 2-out rally for the ball club. And there's another base hit. Evan Carter drops one into the right field corner. Easy stand-up double for him. And he considers going 3, but comes back. And it'll be Torkelson now. Full count. He strikes out. All right, but 3 runs on 4 hits, and it's 10-4. We're in a much better position now. And I think we can push Morejon a little bit more here. And ideally not have to use Ashby or Teodo. I will get Mosqueda warmed up along with Brant Herter. But let's see what Morejon can do. 0-2. That one's lifted into left for a base hit. Hey, hats off to an 0-2 base hit. I prefer them more when we get them. 2-1 to Clase. And he rips one deep to left. Back. Gone. 2-run shot for Jonathan Clase. 397 to left. It's 10-6. All right, that's probably it then for Morejon. He did well. 2 innings. Well, never mind. I guess he gave up 4 runs. I thought those were only 2 he gave up for some reason. Yeah, 2 innings, 4 runs on 4 hits. Maybe I pushed him a little too far. It wasn't a great outing. I can't spin it. I was going to try to spin it for him. I can't. Odaner Mosqueda coming in. He'll face J-Rod. Still nobody out, by the way. 1-2 pitch coming. 10-6 here. Bottom 8. Tapper to second rather. Jace Young makes the grab. Fires over to first, 1 down. McNeil now 1-2. Ground ball to third. Cruz fires over to first, 2 down. And Gabriel Gonzalez digs in, 2-2 pitch. And he strikes out looking. So Mosqueda comes in and promptly gets three in a row. But a 2-run shot by Jonathan Clase does bring it back within 4. 10-6 headed to the 9th. All right, we'll do a little risk for us here to pick up the pace. We get nothing, so we come back bottom 9 now. Mosqueda at 13 pitches. This is going to be his inning, at least to start. I'm going to have Ashby and Teodo ready. Actually, you know what? Just Ashby right now with Herter. And we'll see if anything prompts me to get the righty up. 0-1. Cruz, deep, fires over to first. Nice play there. Played it behind the bag. That big arm always helps him. Kevin Newman now. First pitch swinging, which he does like 95% of the time that he bats. And Cruz with another play. Cruz with tons of putouts here in Seattle. It's 2 down. And that took all of 3 pitches. Yeah, 2 pitches to Tapia, 1 to Kevin Newman. That's fantastic. And gives Mosqueda a chance to finish this out. Let's see what he can do here. 0-1 to J.P. Crawford. Fly ball into center. Mendoza tracking it. Makes the grab. Ball game. We're going to go back to Detroit with a chance to close this out, y'all. 3-2 series lead. What a game. That's back and forth, too. I mean, actually not back and forth. That would imply that they took a lead at some point. They stayed competitive, though. I do respect that they put a little fear in us there when they made it 7-4. And then even when they made it 10-6 and say, oh, you know, we're right here. We're trying to stay within striking distance. But that was a nice, comfortable win. Gavin Stone was pretty damn great. Pushed him a little bit. Moreon, again, not amazing, but we salvaged it, right? Like, if you're going to have a dud outing like that with a huge lead is exactly the right time to do that. Carter with 2 doubles, Mendoza with a double, Jace Young. Dury Carrasco hit the 1 homer, a 2-run shot. He went 2 for 4 with 2 runs, 3 ribs. Is he getting off the schneid at the right moment? You know, let him catch fire right about now as we head over, you know, to Detroit for the final 2 games of this series, and then maybe further. That'd be amazing. Everyone got a hit too. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Multiple hit efforts for Carter, Young, and Carrasco. But then Torque, Green, Adames, Cruz, Mendoza, and Dingler, all with knocks as well. All right, travel day. Let's go over to Detroit. October 19th, it's going to be Kirby versus Skubal. Excuse me. Game is saving, taking a little bit of time here. And, oh yeah, well, we have the off day, so we have to do. Oh, you know, it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but I could turn off the daily save for the travel days to pick up the pace a little bit. But it's all right. I fill the time with my blabbering. Y'all are cool with it. All right. They're going to stick with Kirby, of course. I never really thought they would change. They'll have Kirby Gilbert, and we have Skubal Job. So, you know, both teams got to feel good about where their pitching's at. Obviously, we need to win one. They need both. I want to shut this down right here. They get the pitching edge, so it's back to a 5-5 battle now. Something else changed then, too. So they got Ford over Dingler. We got Torque and Jace over Tapia and Newman. Tapia over at first is still so bizarre to me. Yandy over Cruz. That's the thing. They move their guys around a lot. Oh, and J-Rod. We need to figure out how the hell J-Rod got back. Did somebody get hurt that we didn't know about that they were able to take off the roster? Can we find it out here? Okay, he was activated on the 14th. I literally looked at my real life calendar. I was like, that's tomorrow. I'm recording this on December 13th. Wednesday, October 14th, and it's Monday, October 19th. Wait, so they activated him in between games 2 and 3. But who left the playoff roster? I don't see anybody that was hurt. What kind of scam did they pull here, y'all? What is this horse shit? Because it doesn't say that anybody was booted. Carlos Luna got waived, by the way. After... Wait, he got waived in the middle of the playoffs? Okay, that seems kind of fucked. How were they able to make this move? How? Was he on the roster and I just missed it? I don't think so. You know, I can go back and check. I will probably just for my own sanity. But I swore I looked through this and his name was white right here instead of green. And we saw Marte as well. But maybe I missed something that's not above me. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Sketchy. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Can we close this out in game 6? Kirby Skubal in Detroit. 55 degrees. Not bad for mid-October. 11-mile-an-hour wind. All right. I don't mind the camera, the wide camera here at our park. See, this is what I want. If this is what it looked like in Seattle, then I'd leave it. All right, Skubal against Ford, 0-1. Ground ball to short. Adames, easy play, 1 down. And a wrist spin we go. Nothing for them in the first. We go clean. Top 2, bottom 2. We get a run. Walk by Adames, strikeout for Cruz, and then the triple for Mendoza. God, Sergio Mendoza's been so great this year, y'all. Carrying it over into the playoffs with a 278 average, 2 homers, 5 ribbies, and a steal. Thrown in for good measure. Can Jace Young bring him in? 1-2 pitch. That one's skied into left center. Is it deep enough? Runner's coming in. Here comes the throw. Not in time. So sac fly for Jace Young, and we're up 2-0. These early leads are serving us well. Top 3, fucking Kevin Newman, dude. Single, and then he's bunted over. Thank you for the free out, you absolute morons. And another balk. So 2 balks in 2 games. That's awesome. I haven't seen a balk since fucking Vietnam, and they're like, oh, there's two in 2 games. 0-2, strikeout. Full count to Yandy Diaz. Ground ball to first. Torque takes it himself to retire the side. So the balk and the Kevin Newman single, nothing comes of them. Thanks for the free out again, Raimel Tapia. Idiot. All right, bottom 3. And we get a 2-out double from Riley Green. Can Adames bring him in? 0-2. Yeah, he didn't strike out, but it's a ground out to third. And we head to the 4th, up 2-0. They got Clase on second with J-Rod up. 0-2. Ground ball to third. Cruz. Got him. 1 down. Clase did advance to third. It'll be Ty France now. 2-0. Flares one out to right. Will be deep enough. Comes the throw from Riley Green. It's cut off. I can't tell if it scored the run. It did not. Okay, so that was probably pretty shallow. Let's check our field chart. 9 LS. Which is right here. So yeah, that makes sense why that would be pretty difficult to score on. Maybe if it was toward the back end of the range, maybe. But yeah, that all checks out. And I don't check it to like try to see if the game was wrong. I just like to have a better idea of where it went and why the runner didn't go. 1-2 to JP. Popped up. Sky high into foul territory, and that'll retire the side as Cruz reels it in. So we stay up 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and we got 2 on, 1 out. Walk, strikeout, walk. Oh, George Kirby with 2 walks on 3 batters, with his 75 control and 5% walk rate this year. That's uncharacteristic, to say the least. And Dylan Dingler with an opportunity here, hitting 294 with 2 ribbies in the playoffs. Full count. And he cracks one to center, but nice play there. Rodriguez tracks it down. That was well struck. 103 off the bat. That's a tough one for Dingler. Just keep doing that. They're going to eventually fall. Carrasco now with 2 outs. Full count. Walked him. There we go. Finally, he walks. The whole damn reason that we got him. All right, so bases loaded for Evan Carter with 2 down. Speaking of walks, George Kirby's at 92 pitches. They're pushing him. All right, Carter, come on. Full count, walk in a run. They do. Oh, no, they said strike 3. What the hell? No, dude, the umps are murdering us. What is Harry Ford's framing? 60. I mean, that's pretty good. God, he's been contributing quite a bit via his defense. We know his offense is great, but man, he's bringing it all over the place. That's a horseshit call, man, especially when he's been struggling. You know, you don't give him 50-50s. That's not even a 50-50, by the way, but you shouldn't give them 50-50s when they're struggling. Top 5 now. Nothing. Let's get some guys warming up while we bat. We'll get Ashby and Reese Olson. All right, bottom 5. We got a runner on second with 1 out, and that was a single by Green, and he was wild pitched over. It'll be Adames now, 2-1. Lifted to left. Easy play for McNeil. Or, excuse me, Clase. Again, they move their guys all over the place defensively. I can't keep track of it. McNeil is not even playing because we started a lefty today. My bad. And that'll be it for Gilbert, by the way. Or no, Kirby. Cody Hoyer started the inning, so he has 1 out here. or 2 outs. God, I'm doing a horrible job right now. And a 1-1 grounder by Cruz to retire the side. So reset here, top 6, up 2-0, closeout opportunity for us. Harry Ford, Yandy Diaz, Jonathan Clase, the top of the order. 65 pitches for Scoobs. He's a 65 stamp. He's our ace. We're pushing him a bit. 0-2 here to Ford. And he blasts one deep to left. Track down. Carter with a nice grab there. Ranging to his left. 1-2 to Diaz. Base hit back up the box. Nice clean single there for Yandy. 1 on, 1 out. Jonathan Clase. And Dingler throws out another runner. Stop running on Dingler. Or don't. We'll take the free outs. Dingler's having a series. Like I said, he's hitting pretty well because we'll take anything offensively from him. And he's dicing fools behind the dish. You dare run on a 70 arm? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? 2-1 to Clase. It's 1 for 2 on the day. Little tapper. Going to be tough play for Young, and he cannot make it. That one was trouble right out of the box. We knew Clase with his speed was going to have a chance to beat it out. And he gets on base with 2 outs. J-Rod now, 1-2. And he cracks one deep to left, back, gone. That one got out in a hurry, and it's a tie ball game. Julio Rodriguez phantomed his way onto the roster somehow and hits a game-tying 2-run shot in the top of the 6th. Son of a bitch. And that'll be it for them in the 6th. We go bottom 6 now. It'll be Mendoza, Young, and Dingler. Full count to Mendoza. Walked him. All right, that's a good start. We like that. I'm going to send him. Runner going. Safe. So we got Mendoza now in scoring position. 2-0 to Jace. Ground ball to second. Easy play for Newman over to Tapia, but Mendoza does advance. So now he's 90 feet away with Dylan Dingler up, which, hey, not a bad spot to be in. I love what he's been doing for us. 1-0. And he lifts one. Kind of shallowish center. Will it be deep enough? Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. Safe. And we take the lead on a sacrifice fly by Dylan Dingler, his 3rd ribby of the series. Derry Carrasco now. Full count coming from Cody Hoyer. Ground ball to short. Easy play for J.P. Crawford. That'll retire the side. But we take the lead back. After giving up 2 in the top, we get 1 in the bottom. We head to the 7th. Up 3-2. It's a closeout game. We're up 3-2 in the series as well. J.P. Crawford, Gabriel Gonzalez, and Kevin Newman. We're definitely going to give Scooble the lefty here. From there, it's TBD situation. Teodo needs to get ready. Full count here coming. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Should be an easy play for Adames, 1 down. That might have been a decent number of pitches, though. Okay, it was. I didn't know if there was foul balls or anything, so it was 6 pitches. And so he's at 91. He's still firmly in the yellow. So it's not like a, get him out immediately situation. He says he's not even close to being tired. With the bottom of the order coming up, I'm going to keep him in right now. Scooble, 2-1 to Gonzalez. Fly ball to shallow right. Easy play for Green, 1 down, or 2 down. And it'll be the god Kevin Newman with his 289 average and 7 ribbies in the playoffs. 1-1 pitch coming to him. Popped up. Mendoza tracking, shallow center, makes the grab to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down for Scooble there in the 7th. It's stretch time here in Detroit. We're up 3-2 in Game 6. Matt Brash going to come on for the Mariners. He'll get the top of the order with Evan Carter, Spencer Torkelson, and Riley Green. 2 lefties. Interesting situation to bring the righty into. 0-2 pitch coming to Carter. Struck him out looking. Another horseshit-ass call that is not in the zone. At least it's close, but we are getting robbed on that. 0-1. And that's fly ball to shallow right. Easy play. And now it'll be Green. Ground ball to first. And another easy play. So 3 up, 3 down. including a rip-off strike 3 call. Skubal now at 98 pitches. He's officially in the orange. And I think that's going to spell the end of his day here. Tapia, Ford, Yandy. Ashby's warmed up. He loses 5 stuff in movement against righties, but I still trust him against all batters. And then Teodo. Teodo loses 15 stuff, 15 movement, and 5 control. Oh, he's a side armor, isn't he? Oh, no, Vasquez is. Jairo Vasquez. I knew one of those 2 guys that we got was a side armor. Okay, so they're going to bring in a pinch hitter here, Joaquin Cabrera for Tapia. Yeah. So that makes our decision easier because Tapia, the lefty, I was going to say, okay, maybe we can get Cabrera. But with 3 straight righties coming up, Teodo's our guy. 0-2 to Cabrera. Teodo kicks and fires. Struck him out. 2-2 to Harry Ford. And he's going to drop a single in the right, just in front of Riley Green. 1 on, 1 out. Yandy Diaz, 2-0. Wild pitch is going to advance Ford, so it's a 3-0 count now. With the tying run at second base. Make it 3-1. And it's popped up on the infield. Oh, what a play. What a play there with 1 out. So now there's 2 down. A chance to get out of this for Teodo. That is colossal. It'll be Clase, the switch hitter, which is a little scary because of the splits for Teodo, but got to stick with him. 0-1 and blasts one deep into center. Mendoza tracking it, makes the grab. And that's why you have a premium center fielder in this park, y'all. Mendoza never struggled. It was never in doubt for him. We go to the bottom of the 8th, up 3-2. It'll be Matt Brash back out for his second inning of work. He'll get Adames, Cruz, and Mendoza. Adames is freezing cold right now. He's got a snowflake as he falls out for another disastrous at-bat. Okay, so he's definitely moving down in the lineup, whether for Game 7 against Seattle or if we advance. I'm not taking him out of the lineup. He's a great shortstop, still, one of our better players this year, but we'll move him down a couple spots. We don't overreact, right? We still trust our guys. This is a small sample of, 6 games that he has struggles with. We could find 6 games in the game log where he hit like shit because it's just, that's why you can't make too much out of this. But at the same time, he is struggling. He is ice cold now. So moving him down a couple batters for guys that may be hitting better, I don't mind doing that. Shake things up a little bit. 1-2 to Cruz. Ground ball to first. Cabrera has no problem with it. By the way, that's Joaquin Cabrera staying in at first base for Raimel Tapia. Leaves it up to Mendoza, 1-0. Has a triple on the day, 2 runs and a ribby. That one's going to be crushed into the left center gap. This one could be another triple. Mendoza on his horse, easy in the second. He's coming around over to third and in with a second triple. Sergio Mendoza. Holy smokes. Ties an American League playoff record with 2 triples in a game. Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to necessarily be broken, though. 3 in a game, in a playoff game, that's crazy. All right, Jace Young now. Full count, and he strikes out. So we strand Mendoza on his second triple of the night, and we head to the 9th. J-Rod, France, Crawford against Emiliano Teodo. I mentioned it earlier, but Teodo, didn't put up the best numbers this year with a 4.21 ERA, 1.36 WHIP. But he's still somebody that we have a pretty good bit of trust in because we're going to trust the back of the baseball card, which in this case is his rating. What do his skills tell us? 70, 65, 45 with 40 stamina. Now, the 45 control has probably played closer to a 30-35 this year with a 13% walk rate. So that's been trouble. But that's the risk you take with this kind of profile. Still like him quite a bit, 105 innings and 77 plate appearances. We still used him a ton during the year, and maybe too much. But we need him here for 3 more outs. 1-2 to J-Rod, who tied it up with a 2-run shot back in the 6th. He's going to flare one into right there. That's going to get down in front of Green as he ranges over to right center to pick it up. And the tying run is on first. Not the best start. Let's get Ashby back up. He's ready to go. McNeil and Crawford, back-to-back lefties. Knowing Teodo's issues, I just did that whole spiel about trusting him. Doesn't mean that it's blind trust, though, right? Doesn't mean that we don't try to make the best move for our team to win. Which is all me setting up that I think I'm going to take him out. And I think it's the right move. Yeah, I think we got to do it. We got to go to Aaron Ashby. Damn it, I called him Andy. It had been a while. It had been a couple episodes since I called him Andy. Aaron Ashby coming in. He'll get McNeil, Crawford, Gabriel Gonzalez. J-Rod on first after a leadoff single. 0-2 coming from the lefty. Jeff McNeil strikes out. Sit down. A Jeff McNeil punchy. 75 avoid K. That's fantastic. Wait a minute. Has he been playing this whole game? Oh, he's DHing. No, he did pinch hit. He came in for Ty France. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Because I looked earlier, remember? And I was like, oh, they took him out because a lefty started. But no, he's in for Ty France there. All right, 2-1 to Crawford. Ground ball to second. Flips into the shortstop. Back to one. Double play. Ball game. Series. We advance. The Detroit Tigers are going to the ALCS after a 4-2 series win over the Mariners. Whew. That was not easy, y'all. The Mariners, they were no joke. They were no joke, man. Getting J-Rod back, which, again, I'm not sure how that happened. The way it could happen legitimately is if you have somebody get hurt that you need to take off the roster because they're hurt, you can bring somebody back. But I can't figure, I don't think you can just waive somebody to bring some. Can you? Maybe you can. And maybe that's all they did. But I swear he wasn't on the roster. I swear he wasn't on the roster. What an outing from Skubal, by the way. He did give up the 2-run shot to J-Rod, but it's J-Rod. He goes 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 5 Ks. And I know it was, he left with it tied. So he does. Oh, he did get the win. Never mind. We got him off the hook there in the bottom of the 6th. I forgot. And yeah, it was a game-tying homer, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But I cannot deny how great he pitched. All right, and then who got MVP of the series? It was Riley Green. Yeah, he goes 10 for 25 with a homer and 3 ribbies. Co-sign that. Mendoza with 2 homers and 2 triples, though. He's up there. He's up there for a candidate. Spencer Torkelson hit a couple homers. Now, he only hit 160 with a 192 OBP, so he was not going to get it. Dylan Dingler hitting 278, 300, 333 with 3 throwouts on the bases, too. And only 3 that we know of, right? Because when we're doing risps and whatnot, other guys could be getting thrown out. All right, so we know who our opponent's going to be, too. It will not be the Twins, which would have been fun to face our division rivals. It will instead be the Rays. Let's go ahead and sim here and get all that set up. We got the Rays in the ALCS. The number 1 faces the number 2. All right, just as it should be, right? It's going to be quite a series. So, why isn't it showing it yet? Oh, I guess because the round's not over because the other 2, the NL series, need to settle. Okay, that's fine. We're going to do a whole deep dive on Tampa Bay at the beginning of next episode anyway, so don't worry about that. We'll get into it. But there it is, y'all. We finally advanced the series, probably because the Mariners were able to oust Toronto. Let's be honest. If we had had to face Toronto, we probably would have lost to them for a 3rd straight year. But next episode will be the ALCS against the Tampa Bay Rays. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hit a like and a subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.